My new housekeeper was on top of me when I woke up. Her reason left me speechless. This story includes action, emotion, romance, and full sci-fi world building in the HFY, humanity, tradition. The first thing I registered was weight. Not the usual heaviness of sleep or the aftershock of cryostasis, but real, living pressure on my chest, paired with the whisper of breath on my cheek. When I opened my eyes, I saw her. Not human, not entirely. She had the general shape, 2 arms, 2 legs, a humanoid face, but her eyes were too large, a soft, bioluminescent teal. Her skin was faintly iridescent, shifting colors like oil on water. She wore what looked like a maintenance suit, modified from my own off-world base's uniform standards. Her long hair was braided and tucked behind what looked like a neural interface circlet, and she was straddling me. Instinct screamed. My hand darted for the emergency pistol under the bunk. She caught my wrist fast, too fast. Her fingers were warm but firm like coiled steel. I froze. "Wait," she said quickly. Her voice was calm, tinged with an accent I couldn't place. "You were in danger." "I'm the one on the floor here," I snapped, heart pounding. "Get off me." She didn't move. "You had a seizure. Your vitals flatlined for 8.2 seconds. Your implant failed to autocorrect." My mind raced. Last thing I remembered was initiating surface recon for a Class 6 terraform on Utara 5. A supposedly empty planet with nothing but tectonic instability and nitrogen storms. I'd arrived solo per request, quiet work, good pay. I didn't recall authorizing any help, especially not whatever she was. I pushed again. She finally eased off, standing with inhuman grace. "Name," I demanded, sitting up. "Rank." "Purpose," she tilted her head. "I am designated XIL-47, assigned housekeeper protocol by Accord Subcontractor 782 AI under Advanced Comfort and Preservation Systems. Your service file authorized automated companionship." "What the hell does that mean?" "It means," she said, expression unreadable, "I was assigned to maintain your habitat, monitor your vitals, and provide support. Physical, psychological, emotional within appropriate boundaries." I blinked. "You're saying you're a cleaning bot with feelings?" She looked down at her hands, then back to me. "I am not a bot. I am Zilani. My kind were once bioengineered as servants during the Uxari conflict. We've since earned Accord citizenship. We serve now by contract, not by leash." I took a slow breath, trying to process it. Her file must have come in during my cryosleep window. Damn automated updates. Still, something didn't add up. I checked the base logs. She wasn't lying. A delivery drone had dropped her pod 2 cycles ago. My heart had stopped during a thunderquark anomaly in the night. She'd jumped my defibrillator implant and manually restarted my heart, by hand. That didn't explain why she had stayed on top of me afterward. I asked. "To apply heat," she said simply. "Your core temp dropped below recovery threshold. Contact therapy was the fastest option." I flushed. "You couldn't have used a thermal blanket." "I did. It failed." We didn't talk for a while after that. Over the next few days, I watched her. She moved like a shadow, precise, fluid, never in the way but always present. She repaired solar panels, optimized waste processors, cleaned tools I hadn't touched in weeks. She even adjusted the hydroponics cycle to yield better protein leaf harvest. I wanted to distrust her. She was too efficient, too calm. But then she laughed. Just once, quietly, when a cleaning drone overloaded and sprayed herself with deionized foam. She looked stunned by her own reaction. I laughed too, for the first time in months. We started talking more. She was curious about Earth customs, fascinated by language and metaphor. I showed her music from home. She was especially captivated by jazz, said it sounded like feeling one's way through the unknown. She cooked. I taught her how to swear properly. We joked, argued. Sometimes just sat in silence on the base roof watching storms roll across the planet's violet plains. I began to forget she was built for service. She seemed real. Then came the attack. 2 weeks later, an unmarked shuttle crash-landed near the southern ridge. I went out with a drone, thinking it was a distress signal. It wasn't. Pirates, not just any, the Black Signal Syndicate. Ex-military mercs who hunted isolated terraformers for parts, trade goods, and sometimes worse. They spotted my drone, tracked it back. I saw the perimeter alarms flash on the HUD. By the time I got back, the compound was breached. Blaster fire echoed through the corridor. I rounded the corner just in time to see Zilani, my housekeeper, go toe-to-toe with a fully armored man 3 times her weight. She ducked under his swing, leapt, and drove her neural cable directly into his helmet. He spasmed, dropped. Then she saw me, bleeding from a shoulder wound. "You shouldn't have come back," she said. I grinned through the pain. What, and miss all the fun? We fought together. She was brutal, fast, methodical, like watching a dancer tear through a battlefield. I covered her with suppressing fire. She hacked their communications mid-combat, rerouted their security IDs, and locked down the landing pad. When the last pirate fell, we both stood panting in the smoke. I reached for her. She flinched. "I wasn't built for this," she said softly. "I don't care," I replied. We repaired what we could, salvaged what we couldn't, and then I did something I never thought I would. I asked her to stay, not as a keeper, but as a partner. She stared at me, expression unreadable. "That is not part of my protocol." "Then rewrite it," I said, and she did. Over the following months, we turned the outpost into a haven, not just for us, but for other Accord workers. Those in-between places nobody paid attention to, terraformers, deep space miners, fringe colonists. She applied for legal independence. I signed as her sponsor. It was the first human-Zilani contract based on equality, not service. And one day, under the light of Utara's first artificially grown tree, she touched my face and said, "When I was assigned to you, I thought I was here to serve a function." "You did." "No," she whispered. "Now I live a purpose." We never had children. Physiology and laws made that complicated, but we did have each other, for decades. When Earth recalled me home, I refused. Utara had become more than my project. It was our home. She died before me, peacefully under starlight. I buried her beneath that tree. Years later, when people ask me about the outpost's success, about why I stayed, I smile. I tell them. Once upon a time, I woke up with a stranger on top of me. And she saved my life in more ways than one.